Alright, welcome to this video course. My name is Daniel Peter. Now in this video, I'm going to be explaining the meaning of graphic design and how I was able to achieve this social media design here, this beautiful concept here. Alright, so let's proceed. Now let me start by addressing the meaning of graphic design. Now what is graphic design? I said it in the training. I said graphic design is simply a skill where professionals use graphical elements to create visual content. Now what are visual content? Now visual content are flyer design. Alright, so we made use of graphical elements. Graphical elements are colors, fonts, images, lines, shapes, and backgrounds. Alright, those are graphical elements we use. Those are the elements we use in creating visual content. Now, just imagine this flyer without any elements. Just imagine this flyer without any images or without any colors, shapes, and backgrounds. It won't serve any purpose. All right, it won't serve any purpose. So we made use of fonts, colors, shapes, images to create visual content. All right, to create flyer designs. All right. Now, for you to understand this graphical element, you need to understand how to use this graphical element. You don't just use it anyhow. You don't just use any kind of fonts, any kind of colors, any kind of images to create designs. No, there's something guiding that element. There are principles guiding those elements. Now, for you to be able to learn how to use those elements, you must understand the principles guiding graphic design. Now, there are 6 types of principles. Now, I'm going to be explaining just 3. All right. Now, number 1 is hierarchy, contrast, and colors. All right. Hierarchy, contrast, and colors. Now, let me start from the hierarchy. Now, what is hierarchy? Hierarchy is the arrangement of elements in a design according to how important they are. All right. Hierarchy is the arrangement of arrangement of elements according to how important they are. All right. Hierarchy is the arrangement of elements according to how important they are. Now, this is called hierarchy. This 45k cash prize, this 45k here is called hierarchy. You can see that everything is aligned according to how important they are. Right now, you can see that this 45k here is very big, it's very bold, very big and very bold than every other font, every other element. Right now, why did I make use of a border font? I made use of border font because I want you to see that this is the money that they will be sharing in this contest, right? This is the 45k that they are going to be giving out for this contest. All right, so that is why I made use of a bigger font so that this 45k will attract you. Nigerians, they like good things, you understand? So when they see good things, they will quickly get attracted, and that is why I made use of a bigger font for it to attract people. I made use of a very thicker font for the 45k, right? Every other stuff is not as important as this 45k. All right, then the next one is contrast. Now, what is contrast? Now, contrast is the difference between 2 elements. It's the difference between 2 opposite elements. All right, it's the difference between 2 opposite elements. For instance, now I want them, for instance, now look at this element under here. This element. Now, there are 3 types of stuff like put here. Now, this cash prize was breaking into 3 segments. All right, we have the first position, second position, third position. Now, I made use of I want them to see the most important thing on these 3 elements here, right? These 3 shapes here. Now, what do? I make sure that this one, first of all, called their attention, and that is why I made use of yellow and red. All right, I want this one here to call more attention than the others. You can see that I made use of yellow and red, and here I made use of a very light black, right? A very light black color, right? I made use of lighter black, not very dark, but I made use of lighter black because I don't want them to see that this one here. I don't want them to see this one first. Right, I want them to, it's not as if they won't see it, but the first thing that will grab their attention after this 45k is this first position. That if you are the first person to win, you will be the first. You also get 20,000 naira. Right, I want to see that okay, you get 20,000 naira as the first position. Followed by the second one, you see that I made use of black and light, and the third one is of very light is of light and white colors. All right, is of white and black. So for me now, if I show this kind of design in social media or anywhere, the second thing that will grab my attention is just this one here, because this one here is calling my attention, right? I'll say that, okay, first position wins 20k. First position takes 20k home, all right, followed by the second position, third position, and all of that, right? So that's the meaning of contrast. Contrast is the difference between two opposite elements, all right? Two opposite elements, the difference between two opposite elements. So whatever you want it to grab people's attention, any kind of stuff you want it to grab people's attention, you must make sure that you make use of colors that will grab people's attention, all right? You can see that this one here is very brighter than this one here. This yellow and red is more brighter than this one. You see that I made use of black and I made use of white. These two here are not very important. I made use of this I made use of red and white here for you to grab people's attention, for people to say, okay, first position, I'm going to take 20k home, all right? So that's the meaning of contrast. Contrast is the difference between two opposite elements. You can see that this one here is very different from these two here, all right? So the next one is colors. You know, like I said from the beginning, without any element in your design won't serve any purpose at all. Without colors is what makes your designs to pop out, and colors is what makes your designs to be beautiful. Without colors in your design won't be attractive at all. All right, your design will be attractive at all. So color is what makes our design to pop out, to stand out from every other design. All right, now it's not all about just applying colors. There are also principles guiding colors. All right, there are also principles guiding colors. Now these colors, you can see that I didn't just make use of one color, or I just apply these colors anyhow on my design. Some persons, they will just apply different kinds of colors. Some of them will just pack 5 colors on their design, right? So once you understand the principles, you'll be able to know what kind of colors to use, know the amount of color usage that you use on your design. That is why I said understand the principles, so that whenever you're doing nonsense on your design, you know that you're doing nonsense. All right, so the amount of color usage, now I always say this on my status, the amount of color you should use on your design should not be more than 80%. It should not be more than 100% rather. All right, 100% color usage. Now this 100% color usage, we have to break it into 3 segments, right? We have the 80% ratio 80%, we have the 20%, and we have the 60%, right? Ratio 60%, we have the 30%, and we also have the 10%. Now the 60% is the red background color here, right? While the 30% is the yellow color, then the 10% is the black color here. All right, so that makes it 100%. 100%. So that is how to make use of colors on your design. That's how to make use of colors on your design. You don't just apply any colors anyhow on your design. You don't need to apply anyhow colors on your design. All right, so I hope you now understand the basics of graphic design. So now let's jump into let me show you how I was able to create this flyer. Now watch out for the second video. All right, watch out for the second video.